Hello, my name is Julie. I'm a certified professional dog trainer out of Austin, Texas, and here I'm doing a downstay with one of my clients' dogs. This is going to be a long video, so on the TikTok, if you hit the little side button there, you can 2 times zoom or speed it if you want. It's up to you. So what I'm doing is real life scenarios. When you want your dog to be on a downstay, you don't only have to just practice and cut out time during the day to do something like this. You can actually implement it in real life scenarios. Cooking, I have another video of my dog doing a downstay while I'm cooking. You can be folding laundry, gardening, things like that. Now, sometimes, and this is just for me, this isn't like for other dog trainers, and I'm not saying other dog trainers are wrong for not doing or for doing whatever it is that works for their practice. For me, I don't always like to give a dog something to chew on. I may start off like a puppy or like a dog that's new to this, but dogs need to learn how to have a coping skill and learn how to overachieve being bored. Just like kids, there's always constant entertainment. They're not going to learn how to decompress and be comfortable in their own head to sit there and do nothing. And that's important for them to learn. That's actually how they get separation anxiety if they don't have those coping skills. So I'm sitting there folding laundry, and one of the big triggers for this pup was towels, washcloths, socks, things like that, anything moving around. So that's what I'm doing, is snapping the towels, moving things around. And then I go and I have a seat and I watch a little bit of news. This was also another trigger for him, was jumping on the couch. So I want to sit back, relax, enjoy myself, and not have him come acting like a flying squirrel and landing on top of me, because that can really hurt. It's not cute, right? So there's duration, distance, and distraction when it comes to doing this downstay command. I like to start dogs off in the same place, and then once they become acclimated and their thresholds have been met, then I will start changing it up to where I'll make them do it in the kitchen, outside on my patio, out in public, things like that. Now, say the dog gets up and he walks off, or he walks towards me. I'm not going to make it a big deal. I'm also not going to correct the dog at this point in training, because if a dog comes towards you or tries to walk off and you correct them, they will do a number of things: fight, flight, or freeze. And that is with any animal. So either they're going to freeze and just get stuck in their head and not want to move. They're going to flight and take off and be like, this sucks, I don't want to be here anymore, I don't want to learn. Or sometimes they'll fight, which I've actually seen happen, where if you go to correct a dog, the dog will turn around and correct you. It's very, very rare, but it happens, and it can be really scary. If fight, flight, or freeze happens in the dog's head, then the training stops, the studying stops, the learning stops. So we've got to make sure the dog is going to be in a comfortable position. He's had all his needs met. He's been pottied. He's been played. He's not too hungry. There's not too much distraction. Now I'm going to get up and I'm going to go put my towels away. I think that's what I was doing. Yeah, I'm going to go put my stuff away. And I'm probably going to, I'm going to walk out of the living room and put the basket and the laundry away. And, being a pup, being a rot, they want to follow you. They can be your little shadow. Rots are kind of my forte. Yep, see? So he gets up. Okay, no, training is about learning, okay? It's not a perfection. And we make mistakes. Is it really a mistake if the dog doesn't know what he's supposed to do? And that's okay. That's why I keep a leash on him. You just need to have like a loose leash, not that big of a deal. And then I'm just going to put him back. I'm not going to praise him too. So you got to be careful not to praise, because if you praise, he's going to think that he's done with the exercise. So I'm just gonna put him in a sit. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. I'm just gonna put him in a sit. And if he lays down, that's fine. If he sits back up, that's fine. Sometimes I'll even let them stand, but eventually put them in a sit. See, and he walked off. Not that big of a deal. He made a quote unquote mistake. Not that big of a deal. Just put him back. See how you have towels in my hand? Just lead him back. You got to be consistent and patient and not be mad at him. You know, he's learning. I'm not a big fan of correcting. Here, I would have been like, okay, enough is enough. And then I'm going to use my legs to kind of push him back. So that's spatial pressure. Spatial pressure is very useful. You know, plants and animals use spatial pressure for respect, all that kind of good stuff. That's a whole different topic. It's actually a really interesting topic. It's one of my favorite ones. So the key components here are distance, duration, and distraction. So I kind of use that as a teeter-totter method. As one goes down, like your distraction goes down, your duration is going to go up. If your distraction goes up, your distance is going to go down. So you don't want to put too much pressure on a dog all at once. So you want to use kind of a teeter-totter method. Once the dog has a comfortable threshold of those distance, distraction, and distance, kind of in an equal balance, then you can start adding more and more to their threshold, providing that they're ready for it. And it also depends on the breed, you know. So some breeds are better than others. Some are a little bit more rambunctious and anxious. They want to get going. Some actually just don't even give a crap. They'd be like, okay, see you later, like a bulldog or something. It also depends on the dog too, and the age. Genetics plays a lot into it. So you want to make sure that you have all of these, issues in play, all these factors in play before he's like, where are you going? Don't leave me. And then I'm just going to grab the leash. I'm going to finish what I was doing. Like I said, this is about learning. It's not about just correcting and making a perfect performance. This is home dog training. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to lead him. He's going to go, okay, fine, whatever. Can't tell me what to do. And here's the thing. I was telling him down. You know, I'm a mom. I'm a mom of 2 teenage boys. And sometimes when they just want to push back, you just got to pick your battles. At least he went back on his spot. Some trainers would have, no way. If I said down, you better make that dog down. Yes and no. To an adult dog, I could see that happening. Or a dog that has like some troubles and they push back. So